All right, here we're back for part 3 of our CourseCompass overview tutorial. And we left off under Tools for Success. We were in the data sets. Let me show it to you. Tools for Success. We were looking at the book data sets. So that's where we were. Now there's some other information here that's kind of nice, so we should look it over. There's, very importantly, the technology manual. Let me click on that. And there's several manuals in here, but in the online class we're using Excel. So you can click on Excel manual. And up at the top it says DDXL. This is where you get that plugin that you download. So you click on this and you save it to your computer and you run it, and that will enhance the capabilities of Excel. And if you have problems with that add-in, you need to contact Pearson for help, and I'll show you where to get help later. And then you can click on different chapters. Now each of these is a zip file except for the first three. First three you can just open up right away, but the other ones are actually zip files. You'll have to save them like the Excel data sets. You save them onto your computer, put them maybe all in a big 133 folder somewhere, maybe on your desktop, and then you'll know where it's all at. And I just wanted to show you what it looks like. When you do get it open and working, it'll look like this. It's step-by-step instructions for how to work with Excel. And the book was written by yours truly. That's right, I wrote it. So there you go. So that's what your Excel manual looks like. It's very handy. It gives you a lot of help. Especially if you're not familiar with Excel, you might really want to pay attention to these first three sections, because I go through a lot of the basics of Excel in here. How to add rows and how to delete rows and how to highlight data and that kind of thing. Alrighty, let's go back. Oops, that's the book. Gotta get over here. I have so many windows open right now. All right, that was the technology manuals under Tools for Success. By the way, you can click on up there to see Tools for Success, or you can go over here and click on it. What else is in here? There's some technology study cards. You can click on those and download those, and those would be like quick reference sheets for Excel, for your calculator, that kind of thing. There's StatCrunch. For those people that can't get DDXL to work, we can sometimes use StatCrunch as a workaround. It's a free online system. It's going to show up in Chapter 3. There's a tutorial that uses it in Chapter 3, so you can look in there. I will go over it occasionally in the Excel tutorials, the video tutorials that I make. Down here, there's also something very handy called the Formula Table card. This is a good idea to download this and print it off. Then you can have it right by the side of your computer when you take a test. That way you're not trying to flip through the book just to get very simple formulas. So there's a lot of things in here to help you succeed in the course. Let's go back. Oh, and don't forget, there we go. There's videos from the author on questions, discussion from his students during lecture. So you can watch videos of the author lecturing on the topics from the book. Very good way to try to learn it. It's much better than trying to read it your own self. So Tools for Success is one of my favorite places. There's a lot of good stuff in here. All right, next let's click on the Multimedia Library. And I'm just going to click Select All and Find Now. If you want, you can pick a particular chapter or particular section, whatever. But here you go. Let's see. Let's just scroll down here. There's some applets in there that you can play with. Those are like online games that you can play with and try to understand the difference between mean versus median, or try to understand what standard deviation is. They'll be referenced in the multimedia textbook. So when you go into the ebook, it'll make reference to the applets. That's what it's talking about. Over here is the textbook. That's the exact same place as the ebook. It just takes you to the different sections. Down here are section video lectures. You can watch lectures, right? Just like being in a classroom. You can pause it and so on. Very nice, very good way to learn. And there's PowerPoint slides. You can download PowerPoint slides and try to learn that way too. Great. Great ways to learn. You don't just have to read the book. You can watch videos, you can do PowerPoints. And then again, there's StatCrunch. We'll talk about that more in the later Excel tutorials. So watch for StatCrunch. It's the workaround. If you can't get DDXL, you can use StatCrunch instead. It's free and it's available here on My Math Lab. Whew. All right, that's Tools for Success in the Multimedia Library. Next time we'll talk about the next few buttons, starting with the Pearson Tutor Center.